welcome to an India Today special, Team Virat's Mission T20. So India take on England in the first of the 5 T20 international matches at the Narendra Modi Cricket Stadium at Motera in Gujarat in a short while from now. Both teams are evenly matched. They've played 14 T20 internationals and won 7 each. But will it be tougher for Team India, given that England is not just the world #1 in T20 international, but also England are big hitters? It's a big test for Team India ahead of the World T20 World Cup in October. It is my privilege to be joined on the broadcast with one of the greatest cricketers of all time, Sunil Gavaskar. Sir, welcome on India Today. Also with me from Kolkata is India Today's consultant editor, Boria Majumdar. But first, let's do a SWOT analysis. Let's take a look at the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats of both the teams.
It's game time at Motera. After winning the Test series 2-1, India will turn their attention to T20s when they meet England in a 5-match series.
26 games.
India will host T20 World Cup later this year, but for Indian vice captain Rohit Sharma, it is all about focusing on the present.
The future will take care of itself. If we focus on the present, future will be bright, obviously. We just need to focus on what's in our hand and focus on the present and do these little things right. It's a 5-match series. It's a long series. And as a team, for us, it's important to see where we stand as a team, where we stand as individual also.
There are many new faces who have received Made in India call-up, and it will be a tough call that Kohli and the team management needs to take for the final playing 11. While captain Virat Kohli is clear with the opening pair of Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul to start the series, it remains to be seen who will be the choice between Shreyas, Surya and Ishant for the #4 spot.
If Rohit plays, then it's quite simple. KL and Rohit have been consistently performing at the top of the order for us, and those two would start. In a situation where a Rohit takes rest or a KL has a niggle or something like that, then Shikhi obviously comes in as the third opener. But the starting composition, Rohit and Rahul will be the ones who will start.
With the unavailability of T. Natarajan in the bowling department, Bhuvneshwar Kumar will be back leading the pace attack. Leg spinner Varun Chakravarti may have to wait more for his debut as he has failed the fitness test again. With England's weakness against slow bowlers well documented in these conditions, Chahal could have both Washington Sundar and Akshar Patel for company, which leaves Shardul Thakur, Deepak Chahar and Navdeep Saini in a 3-way battle. The next week and a half would be an indication as to which direction the teams are headed in terms of preparations for the marquee event later this year. Sports Bureau, India Today.
So news just coming in. England, they won the toss. India is to bat first. That's the information that's just coming in. So England have won and they've chosen to field. Mr. Gavaskar, if I could bring you in, India was able to tame England in the Test series. But are we expecting a tougher competition from England in the World T20, in the bilateral T20 series, considering the firepower that the English team has?
Oh yes, definitely. Because look, England is the #1 team in the T20 format at the moment in the rankings. It's a completely different team, a different captain, a different personnel. So clearly, yes, I think this would be a lot closer than the Test series was. And England wanting to win the T20, having won the World Cup 50 overs World Cup a couple of years back, will be looking to do as well as they can, because then. If they win the series here, then for the World Cup later on in October, they'll be full of confidence.
Boria, what do you make of the toss? We saw in the day and night test that there was dew during the final session of play. Is that the reason that England have chosen to field?
Absolutely, Gaurav. Firstly, welcome to sport and welcome to doing this series. You are always good to talk to and have on a show with me. So delighted. Number two, you asked me about the toss. It's a big toss to win. Big toss to win because of the dew. When India bowl, the ball will get softer. Anyway, it's black soil. Batting will be much, much easier with the dew. And importantly, no Rohit Sharma. So we have a team where Shikhar Dhawan will open with KL Rahul. So clearly there's something wrong with Rohit Sharma. Otherwise he would have played. Must be a minor niggle or something. No Rohit Sharma. So India will have to bat big and bat well because with the toss, England has the early advantage owing to the dew. Deep Dasgupta was there, was telling me that the dew is very fluctuating. One day there's a lot of dew, one day there's little dew. We would hope for the sake of India that the amount of dew today is less.
Oh, absolutely, because that's when the spinners will be able to actually show their game. But Team India skipper Virat Kohli, he's been very clear that Team India will have to play fearless cricket in the T20s. They will have to change their approach in the shortest format of the game. Play far more aggressive cricket, perhaps quite like England, quite like Australia and New Zealand. Take a look.
There are many things that we have spoken about. The kind of players we've added into the squad is precisely to give our batting lineup more depth and not play in a similar kind of pattern that we have played with in the past. So we want to be a side that plays free cricket, not have any baggage of lack of depth and, you know, one guy having to bat long enough to make sure that we get to a big total. We have explosive batsmen in the team now who can change the game at any stage, even if you're 2 or 3 wickets down, and that's exactly what we've tried to address picking this squad. So this time around, you'll see guys being a bit more free, a bit more expressive in terms of you know, approaching the innings and playing more freely, not worried about whether we have enough batsmen to take care of things if we lose a couple of wickets early or not, which was the case before, to be honest. We didn't have enough depth in the batting to be able to play you know, freely throughout the first 10 or 12 overs, but I see us being much more positive and free from this series onwards.
One, that positive outlook, and two, equally important, go out and bat aggressively. Mr. Gavaskar, Virat mentioned that Team India needs to change its batting approach in the T20s. You know, we were talking about teams like England or New Zealand or even Australia. They have a fairly aggressive approach in their batting, sir. Given the depth, given the all-rounders that we have in our team, should our top order be far more aggressive, bat with more freedom, sir?
Good shot.
Look, I think every game you need to try and do better than the previous one, which means that you've got to try and change a little bit here and there. And I think what India will be looking for, or India is looking for, is to get a very, very good start in the first 6 overs when they are batting. At the moment, they're getting about 40-50 runs in the first 6 overs, which is 6-7 runs an over. I think India is probably looking to get maybe 60-70, which is 10 runs an over in the first 6 overs, when there are only 2 fielders outside the 30 yards. And if you get about 60-70 in the first 6 overs, in the remaining 14 overs, you could get you know, another 120 or thereabouts, you know, get to a total of 180-200, which is a pretty daunting total for the opposition to chase.
Okay, so Boria, focus needs to be on 10 runs and over, start from the first over, and that would mean big hits right from the first couple of balls. Is that what India needs to do? T20 World Cup is not far. Virat's made the intention very clear as far as the approach of the team is concerned. Are you happy with the batting lineup and the depth of our batting lineup?
You obviously would miss Rohit, Gaurav. I mean, Rohit Sharma not playing at the top of the order is a blow. Make no mistake. Must be something last minute. That's why Rohit is not there. I mean, otherwise it would have been Rohit and KL Rahul who would be opening, and that's when you would be the happiest. Having said that, this is a good enough lineup. Shikhar just got 100 in the Vijay Hazare Trophy, 153 for Delhi. So he's in good sync, as is KL Rahul. You asked me about 10 runs and over. Against a Jofra Archer, it won't be easy. You've seen Jofra Archer do it day in, day out at the IPL. You've seen him do it at international cricket. So you've got to see how the situation evolves. If you get off to a flyer, then it's great. For example, if you lose a couple of wickets, then you've got to consolidate. So it all depends what you do out there. The important thing for me is with Hardik Pandya and Rishabh Pant, India's got real X factors towards the end. So even if you are at about 7 and over, 8 and over after 12, so maybe 100 for 2 wickets or 3 wickets at the end of 12, you've got power hitters to take it to 180, 200 with Hardik and Rishabh. And remember, you beat Australia in the T20 series. So confidence is also there. I'm very keen to see how Hardik and Rishabh play because they will have to perform the role of finisher. And I'm also keen to see Virat Kohli get back among runs and big runs.
Okay. Okay, so since you mentioned about Rishabh's form, the kind of form that Rishabh Pant is in, you're also talking about Hardik Pandya. Let me bring in Mr. Gavaskar on this. They are very, very capable players. This perhaps could well be the best combination as far as finishers are concerned for India. This can allow the top order, so they can play their game far more freely when they know the entire lineup, the top order, the middle order, and even our tail-enders are doing well, sir.
Oh, absolutely. No question about it. Rishabh Pant, the kind of form he's in. Hardik Pandya has been sitting on the sidelines for a while. He'll be itching to go. And he again is, somebody who's got a wide range of shots. So yes, I think having them at 4, 5, 6, whatever number they go into bat, I think that's going to be something to look forward.
Okay. So for the moment, many thanks for joining me. So after this lengthy stint in whites, Team India is back in their blue jerseys. Plenty of fresh faces. There are big names who are making their return in the shortest format of the game. Let's take a look at Virat Kohli's army already in their retro jersey. Take a look at these images. I'll be back with lots more. Welcome back. South African women's team have beaten Team India by 6 runs by the Duckworth-Lewis system to take a 2-1 lead in the 5-match ODI series. The Indian women's team had posted a 248 for 5 after a 77-run knock from Poonam Raut, who was well supported by Mithali Raj. Incidentally, Mithali Raj became the second woman cricketer to complete 10,000 international runs. South African opener Liz Lee was unbeaten at 132 with her team at 223 for 4 when rain stopped play. South African women were 5 runs ahead under this Duckworth-Lewis system when they were awarded the victory.
It's been a productive over for India. Reboundaries.
Well, that is all we have time for on this broadcast. Many thanks for watching. Back with the news and the headlines on the other side of a quick break. Stay with us.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.